Welcome to the Alpha Male 2.0 podcast, freedom-focused lifestyle design for men, location-independent income through your own location-independent business, dating multiple attractive women all at the same time with no cheating or drama or lying, the freest lifestyle available to the modern-day man. This is the next piece in an ongoing conversation I'm having with you guys in my audience, regarding whether or not I should start blogging again. And I did a prior podcast or video, I forget, I think it was a podcast, where I asked you to send in your suggestions on how I could start blogging again, because there's a lot of you in my Alpha Male 2.0 audience who really miss the blog, who really want me to write more, who prefer me writing than video content. You like video content too, but you really want me to write because I get more detail, more technical how-tos, better comments. It's a big thing with you guys, so I'm still trying to figure this out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through, as I'm right on my screen here, the suggestions. Many of you sent suggestions. Thank you very much. Many of you commented suggestions. Many of you emailed suggestions. Awesome. Thank you very much for your input. And some of you have given me some really good ideas. Most of the comments were, yes, please bring back the blog. You didn't say how. And some of you are honest, saying, I don't know how you can monetize this. So here's what I said to catch you up to date. I said, I need to know how I can bring back the blog, but monetize it immediately. Immediately monetize it, okay? So it makes me money, because I'm not going to lose money to provide you with more content. I can't do that. I'm trying to grow my income, not reduce it. And I said, give me a model where I can make money, increase my income by writing blog posts immediately. Not like, well, maybe you'll sell more products someday, number one. And I also said, it cannot be a subscription model where I charge $3 a month for a blog, because I did that once. It was a fucking nightmare. So no, I'm not going to do that. So I said, not that suggestion. So give me suggestions outside of that. So I'm going to give you some suggestions that I liked and a few that won't work. So let me give you the ones that several of you said that won't work. And that said, Caleb, use Substack. Okay. One of the Alpha Male 2.0 models in the collapsing Western left-wing world that hates free speech is that you don't want to base any of your hardcore income streams off any platform you don't personally own. Okay? So that's why I'm on many different social media platforms, and if any one of them cancel me, I don't care. When I had a blog, I did not use WordPress. I did not host it at WordPress or Blogspot, because that's what happened to, what's his face? Hertiste. He hosted it over at TypePad, or where was it? WordPress.com. And they pressed a button and deleted his whole blog. Yeah. So my blogs were always hosted at my own server that I owned and controlled. That's how I have it today. My main stuff is on my own servers that are located outside the United States that I own and control. No one can steal them from me. No one can cancel me. It's my shit. I am not relying 100% on YouTube income or Instagram income or any one platform. So if I started hosting this on Substack, guess who would be in charge of my content? Not me, Substack would. All I have to do is say one blog post that they disagree with, and they can press one button and delete my ass, which they are likely to do, because these all companies are all owned by extreme leftist corporations. So that is not an option. I'm never going to do that. Sorry. Plus, a few of you said Substack looked like shit and didn't look good in terms of fonts and things like that. Whereas if I have my own blog, I can make the fonts look beautiful, as I used to. Back when I had a blog, I had paid extra for fancy fonts and made it all pretty and easy to read and all that shit. So, not going to do Substack. But thank you for the suggestion. A lot of you suggested Substack. Plus, that doesn't answer the question, how does that make me money? How does being on Substack make me a lot of money? It doesn't. Okay, so that's one suggestion that didn't work. So now, let me get some suggestions that were interesting and give you my thoughts on them, and maybe we can get a little closer for me to make a decision here. Please give me your input on this. You can comment if you're watching the video or the podcast, or send me an email to theonlyblackdragon@gmail.com. I'll say that again. Theonlyblackdragon@gmail.com if you have any comments or suggestions on this. Again, the objective is twofold. Well, it's one objective with two results. A, I'm blogging again. So that helps you guys, because that's what you want. And I want to give it to you. And I like to write. So I'd love to blog again. B, my income increases by me blogging. Not goes down, not stays the same. It can't stay the same, because that means blogging takes several hours a week. I am very busy. So I can't just stay the same. Sorry, I can't lose money. That would, if I took 3-4 hours a week, core work time, I would lose money. Can't do that. I have to make an income increase by me blogging. That's the objective here, okay? Now, First idea, which I thought was very, very good, and I actually may do something like this, so give me your thoughts on this, is to use the model that Chase Amate uses. Chase is a dating blog, and I know Chase. I've talked to him a long time. Good guy. Like Chase a lot. And so the way he works is, you go to his blog. It's Chase Amate, A-M-A-T-E, if you're curious. He's a pickup artisty guy. Been doing it for years. He's one of the few guys left in that world who is still at it, who's still talking about dating material. I am, and him and I are one of the few guys left, because apparently he hasn't gotten married yet. Maybe he has, I don't know. The way it works is, you go to his blog, right? You just click around and read articles, and it counts the number of times you read an article, okay? And the first 10 articles, it does for free. As soon as you click on the 11th article, a screen pops up. And he says, sorry, you need to either wait, you got to pay a fee every month, a subscription, then you can read all the articles you want for free, or you got to wait till the end of the month for a new 30-day cycle. So you could read 10 blog posts per 30 days for free. And if you want more than that, you pay. And let's see. His model is very interesting. He charges $21 a month if you pay monthly, less if you pay annually. And what's interesting is, this is very interesting to me, he only charges 99 cents for the first month. Smart. So that means he's getting a lot of people signing up, and then the second month that actually kicks in. And I actually made a note here, that's a good model, I might make that work. So I'm looking at that. That might work. Here are the potential problems I see with that. Matter of fact, I know though this is going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. A whole shitload of guys are going to sign up for 99 cents a month and be very happy for 30 days. Then at day 31, this is going to happen. I know my audience, and I know customer service. I know this works. I've been doing business on the internet for almost 20 years. Day 31, we're going to get a whole bunch of emails. My customer service team. Oh shit, I wanted to cancel, and I forgot to cancel, and it charged me the $21. Can you cancel me and refund the $21? I know we're going to run into this, which is going to dig into our profits. Not just doing the refunds, but paying my customer service team to do this shit. I'm not saying I'm not going to do this. I'm saying that is one of the potential problems. So that's one of the hesitations. If I didn't have that hesitation, I would have immediately done this already. I would have implemented this by now, or started work on this now. That's what stopped me. Because this happens when you bill people automatically every month. That's one of the challenges. They wait to the end of the month, then they forget because they're busy. They forget about it. They look at their credit card statement and go, oh my God, what the fuck is this? What's this $22? What's this $90? What's this $80? They look and they go, oh, it's that thing. It's that thing I wanted to cancel. Sorry, they don't do it on the phone, they do email. Sorry, I meant to cancel, but I forgot. Can you A, cancel my account? That takes time. B, refund my money? Sorry. So that's one challenge. But valid, I'm thinking about it. Okay, next item. Several of you suggested this. Start doing long form content on Twitter, or X. I'll call it Twitter. Okay. And one or two of you, two or three of you actually sent me some examples of the long form content that's doing well. Very interesting. So, yes, I am going to go back to Twitter. I don't know when, and I don't know how. I need to figure this out first, and then that will tell me how I gauge my presence on Twitter. If I'm charging for a blog, I can't do all the blog articles for free on Twitter, right? If I do all the free blog articles on Twitter and LinkedIn, like the Alpha Male 2, all the blog articles could go on X, and then the Sovereign CEO ones could go over on LinkedIn. But then, how do I make money? Other than, you might sell more stuff, Caleb. Okay. But, here's the bottom line on this. I am going back to Twitter. I'm not there right now. I do have a Twitter account that's like 11,000 followers that's been dead for years. I got the hell out of Twitter years ago because it became a cesspool. Now that Elon has taken over and made things a little better, and now that they allow long form content and there's a little more control over things you can do over there, I am reluctantly going back, but I will go back. I have to figure out how I'm going to do this blog thing first before I go back, and then that will indicate the structure of how we're going to do this blogging thing will indicate how I go back to Twitter. Okay? So those you recommend I go to Twitter, it's a done deal, I'm doing it. I just have to figure out how do I make this work with this blog thing. And if I don't do a blog, I just do Twitter content, how do I make money? Immediately? Okay. Same thing, by the way, with LinkedIn. Whatever we're doing in LinkedIn is we're going to take the Sovereign CEO content, the business-only content, Business of Five Flags. We're going to start doing LinkedIn articles. But those will not be the kick-ass amazing blog articles because that'll be for free, right? So LinkedIn and Twitter I'm both doing. That is, trust me, that is on the agenda. By when, Caleb? I don't know when. It's going to be a few months. By the beginning of next year, I'll be on Twitter. Hardcore. Absolutely. Yes. But again, I got to figure this out first. Okay, a few of you said sell a paid newsletter. So I love that idea. I would like to have a paid newsletter. Here's the problem with a paid newsletter. Here's the challenge with that, is that it's not publicly available. A blog, anyone can go to a blog and look at it. Even if it's behind a paywall, you can still see content there. A free newsletter doesn't work that way. How do you go see a free newsletter, or excuse me, a paid newsletter? How do you go see a paid newsletter on the internet without paying for it? You can't. Well, Caleb, you put 1 or 2 sample articles. It's a little half-assed. So now, also, that would piss off a lot of the people. Let's say I announce this tomorrow. Hey, everybody, all you guys wanted me to do blogs again. I am now blogging again, except it's a paid newsletter. So if you want my blog post, give me $40 a month and you can get my blog posts. You know how many people are like, this is fucking bullshit. Your blog is be free. So that's a problem. See? Now, some of you suggested like a hybrid idea. Some blog posts are free, some are paid on the paid newsletter. Possibly. That's another variation of what I said earlier, the Chase Amate model, where you get some free stuff and you pay to do the unlock thing. Again, I'm worried about the paid thing because what I said earlier, but I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to give it a shot. So I'm leaning in that direction. Cool. All right. Let's see. Another one of you said, or if you said, not just a blog, but a blog plus a video audio platform that's 100% uncensored and off YouTube or any other platform. Okay. I love that idea. The weird part about that is that I already have a program like that called UMS. The Unchained Man Society. It used to be called SMIC. That's kind of what I already have. We have video and audio over there. It's completely 100% uncensored. I say whatever the fuck I want. I give you all the details. I can't say it publicly. And you get a bunch of other stuff. Now, maybe what we could do is another version of the UMS program where I think UMS is $89 a month or $90. Yeah, something like that. $80-something a month. Maybe we do another version that's $30 a month and you just get a blog? Don't know. Tell me what you think about that idea. Don't know. But I like that idea. I do like the idea. I'm kind of already doing it. But I'm doing it at a higher price point than a blog. You would not charge $80, $90 a month for a blog. You could for a very niche businessy newsletter, but not for an Alpha 2.0 newsletter, right? So, that's another idea. Next one. One of you said this. Have people be able to pay X amount of dollars, ideally a lot more, to ask you a question or for... Oh, okay, some of you suggested this. Have someone pay to ask you a question or for your opinion or a comment that you would turn into a blog post for everyone to read. Sort of like one-on-one coaching, publicly, but anonymously, of course. You can have a button on your site that takes someone to a checkout form and they simply pay with a credit card and write their question. Love that idea. I would want to write blog posts outside of that though. So what I would do is, matter of fact, I'm gonna make a note right here. This should be like a feature, an extra added feature of the blog. This should be an added feature. I don't think I could base the whole blog around that, but that's a really fucking cool idea. That's a very creative idea. Hey, if you want me to answer your question, and it could be as narrow a question to your scenario as you want. It could be like almost like a coaching, it could be a coaching question. Hey, Caleb, there's this one girl I'm dating, and she said this, and what do I do? And it could be that narrow. Those are usually the questions I don't like to answer. But if you're paying me money, and other people are interested in the answer, yeah, that's a great idea. So to me, that would be an added feature. So I just made a note. Whatever we do, I will add that feature. Cool? Cool. All right. Great idea. You guys have some good ideas. All right. Next one is, hang on. Paid sponsorships. Basically, hey, what do you use now? Can you get paid sponsorships and put it on the blog? And you try to see if you get more of them, promote on your blog. Then your audience would benefit along with your regular content. Love that idea too. I don't know how much traffic my blog would get right off the bat in order to charge for these paid sponsorships. It would start off with very low traffic, even with my audience size. So paid sponsorships is based on the audience size or the traffic of the blog. So if I just started this blog out of the blue, it's not like I could charge thousands of dollars a month for paid sponsorships. Although maybe not. Maybe not. That might not be true. That might not be true. Yeah, the more I think about this right now, the better I like this idea. There are people who would pay me thousands of dollars a month because they know my audience. I may have just talked myself into this as one of the options. I'm going to mark this as very likely option. And again, if you guys have an opinion, that means now, you fuckers, you'll see ads on my blog, and it won't be ads for my stuff. Oh, that was the problem I was thinking about. If I'm running ads for the people's stuff, it would be more complicated if I ran ads for my stuff. And I do want to run ads for my stuff. So that's a challenge. But I'm still, that's an idea. That would subsidize my time in terms of my 2, 3, 4 hours a week of writing blog articles. Okay. So I like the idea better. The more I say it to myself, the more I like it. Last idea. Let's see. Email newsletter. Now, I already have an email newsletter, but let's see what it says here. Maybe a curated collection of your most valuable posts, or let us pick specific topics, or even let us pick from a list of specific blog articles we want to read over time and queue those up. You can have links to your programs and books at the bottom, so it's worth the effort to put together. So that's just basically an email newsletter that it comes off the blog. Great idea that doesn't generate income immediately. Sorry, because I already have an email newsletter. So adding a third newsletter or changing this newsletter would not increase my income immediately. You have to increase my income and do it immediately. Not maybe someday, maybe in 6 months no, can't do that. So love the idea, but that doesn't actually solve the problem. So going through those ideas, the ones I like the best is some kind of chase a mate type model where you get several blog articles for free, then you pay. He does the 99 cents for the first month and $20. I don't think I like that because I know I'll get 10,000 people asking for refunds at the second month. So that plus you could press a button to ask me a question. I would answer your question for a small fee. Great idea. Plus or sponsorships. Good idea, but that would be ads then. Can't bitch about ads on my blog then, fuckers. If I do sponsorships, can't bitch about this. Or videos, video ads, things like that, okay? And once I do this, a strong presence on Twitter and a strong presence on LinkedIn, which would be fucking cool, I think. Because I am willing to invest long-term in X as long as the blog thing is figured out first. Because then I don't need a lot of extra. Here's why. If I just start posting stuff on Twitter, that takes time and I don't make money. If I'm posting stuff on a blog and making money, I can extract some of that stuff, especially the free content, and repurpose that on Twitter and LinkedIn with links back to the blog. Make sense? By the way, this should all help you. Those of you thinking about doing a blog yourself or text-based content, give you some ideas here. A lot of these are really good ideas that a lot of you could use. You should have an email newsletter. Most of you guys, or a lot of you guys, should be on Twitter, and some of you guys should be on LinkedIn in terms of your businesses. So use this as examples for something you to do as I go through this process. So let me know in the comments and or my email, theonlyblackdragon@gmail.com, what you think about what I just talked about. And then this will be the last time we do this. Give me as many ideas as you can, and then I will make a decision. If you feel strongly about something I should do or something I said that you don't want me to do, tell me. Oh my God, Kil, don't do that because. Let me know. I'm going to use your feedback to make this decision. So the more feedback I get and the better the feedback is, the more likely I am to do this and do it in a way that you guys want me to do this. I want to do this in a way that you guys want me to do this. What I don't want to do is just do a blog the way I want to do it and see if it works, and it doesn't work because you guys don't like it. That's a waste of my fucking time. And these days I cannot waste my time. That's why I'm taking the time and effort to have a dialogue with you guys. So tell me what you want based on what I just said. If you have any new ideas, let me know. Tell me what you don't want based on what I just said. If I listed off some things and you're like, oh my God, Caleb, please don't do that. Tell me that and tell me why. Don't just say that'll suck. Be clear and be specific. The more feedback I get, the better feedback I get, the more likely I am to do something you guys will like and like long term. Cool? Cool. All right. So let me know. Have fun. Bye. Do you want to get residency in another country and don't know how to get started and want us to do it for you? Or do you just want to hang out with us and me and the rest of the gang on various events we have planned all over the world? We have 5 events that are open for enrollment right now. We have Get Residency in Paraguay. We'll get you your residency in Paraguay. We have Get Residency and a corporation in Dubai, which is the United Arab Emirates. We have Get Residency in Mexico. We also have Get Residency in Armenia. We also have a Dubai Super Conference, which is the first week of November. Last several days, pretty inexpensive. You can just hang out with us. We have a bunch of events planned in Dubai. It'll be great. If you have any interest in any of these events, the deadlines for these events are approaching the end of October for most of them, or for many of them. So there's a deadline for you to sign up for these. So if you have any interest on any of these events or getting residency or just hang out with us, you want to go to calebjones.com/events. And that lists all the events, links to all the events, all the pertinent information, the deadlines, all that good stuff. calebjones.com/events. The deadline is approaching for some of these events the end of October, and then you can't sign up. So if you have any interest in getting residency or hanging out with us, calebjones.com/events.